Starting.
We're starting now. Hi, everybody. I've got the amazing, talented, and my design helper, Joan, here with me. And we're just getting now started with TGBE for the SilverSilk session. So we're going to wait a couple minutes for people to pop on. Joan is going to be working aggressively on the back end to make sure that questions are answered, that everyone is just having a good time and keeping me on track, which is probably the hardest job of all.
Except for I've been losing track lately too.
It happens to the best of us. What can I say? So how's everyone doing? I'm seeing so many people pop in. I'm gonna flash some names on the screen while Joan gets set up. But Joan, how's your day been going?
Pretty good. We're kind of I live in Tennessee, so we're not used to getting snow. So we were kind of trapped in the house yesterday and today because the roads are bad. But we're doing pretty good.
I hear you. I was trapped in snow 2 days ago. We got like 6 inches, which is bizarre for Oklahoma. And
we got 5. Yeah.
It's nuts. But I mean, it was kind of nice and welcomed because we didn't really we got to have like a slurry, rainy sort of Christmas almost. Maybe even dry partially. But now it's like, I kind of wish this happened like 3 weeks ago, but it didn't.
It's kind of, when you get a slushy Christmas, it's kind of dirty looking.
We got a dirty Christmas. That's not like, not the snowy, like white, fluffy, I'm going to build a snowman outside kind of a Christmas. It was very just, but.
Ooh, I got to walk in that.
Well, so hopefully you'll be able to get out of the house soon. There's Danielle.
Oh, we're going out tomorrow because we figure we live right off of a main road, and then it takes us right to another main road. The road we live right off of is the third on the list to be plowed by the counties.
So you're just a little late to the party of getting out.
Well, no, we're one of the first probably. We just didn't want to chance it because it's a really curvy road.
Now, is Dollywood in your near future?
Now they're closed for the season. They closed last Sunday for 2 months.
Oh,
so they close about 2.5 months every year. So, because I was hoping to go, but it was so freaking cold, we decided we didn't want to go. Usually it's not that cold around here then.
Yeah, I can, I guess, kind of understand. Like if Joan I'm always texting Joan on the back end of like, and she's texting me of where things are. But I'm like, what are you doing this weekend, or like what's going on? And then you're telling me that you're going to Dollywood.
Or he'll ask me to do something. I said, well, I'll do it when I get home from Dollywood.
So I bring up Dollywood because I feel like you're there quite frequently, which it actually sounds like a lot of fun though.
It's nice because, we could just drive by, and if it's not busy, we can drop in.
Yeah. Like that. All right. Well, we need to talk about a few things SilverSilk related, even though like we'll get back to some shenanigans and pointless conversation. But let's talk about our Silkies group for a second. And then like what you're helping out with in there.
Okay, first, we're trying to do some more things to get everybody more active and come up with like monthly contests or something to that effect. We're still working on it, right? So this month, we're having a Winter Wonderland theme. Anybody who enters how they translate Winter Wonderland. We're not saying, oh, it has to be white and crystals and everything. How you see Winter Wonderland, like Neil is a slushy and muddy, So if you make a piece and put hashtag SS Winter on it through the end of this month, you're entered in a drawing, and there'll be 2 winners for 2 SilverSilk goodie bags.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's extravagant. So you guys can join our virtual community if you go to facebook.com and type in the SilverSilk Silkies. It's typed up there right at the top. You can come in and join our virtual community. It's just a fun place to be. It's loads of examples and designs that our silky friends have created, and it gets me inspired. I know it gets you inspired, Joan. Teresa is sort of our welcome committee lady. Probably not the best title, actually. She's like our welcome wagon.
Yeah, and she's our cheerleader for everybody
That's,
too.
you know what? Yes, that's the word I was
That's a
looking for.
yeah.
And she is amazing. She's a tiny lady with a big responsibility of watching over the group. And again, it's just good vibes, good community, and in this case, good contests. So, and I did pack the prizes personally. They're pretty good. I think, Joan, you contributed a couple things as well.
Yeah. Or like things I finished for you. You know, Neely does not like class.
You guys, I send things to Joan and I have her finish them sometimes. And now I've been called out for it.
Well, it's a joke in the Silkies anyway. Everybody's shocked when he actually puts a clasp on something.
Or I just finish things from tutorials, which sometimes I don't, because I'm like, it's a step out. I get something finished and then I'm like moving on to the next thing. So, you know, stuff happens. And then I give it to Joan and then she's so kind to finish it.
I wouldn't have said that, but one time somebody asked you about a finished project and you go, "Oh, I got to send it to Joan to get it finished," or something to that effect. And I thought, well, he
That
said
sounds
it, not
exactly
me.
like something I would say. Okay. So the Silkies group, you guys got to join. It's so much energy and so much inspiration. And then the other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about real quick before I spin my camera down and construct some stuff for you guys is our. Oh, I'm covering up your face, Joan. I'm so sorry. um she's gonna wave on the sideline, sir. Everything in my store, if you go to silversilkonline.com, is 15% off. This weekend only, lasts through tomorrow midnight, that coupon code. Now I will say I amped up everything today and decided to give away some two-tone capture chain, which do I have any on me? No, when I spin the camera around, I'm going to grab it from the machine and show you guys. I stitched up a bunch of two-tone capture chain intending to use it for a different project, and I thought I've got enough to where I think I can give a bunch of it out today. And I said valid only today. I'm considering also tomorrow. You guys might get an email saying still valid today. But 75 and over, and its value is what, around $12 of free chain. So I'm just gonna pop that into your order, and you guys don't have to worry about a coupon code for that. So bear that in mind. I'll keep this coupon code up a little bit later. I'm gonna kindly take it off of Joan's face, but I am gonna pop over the schedule real quick. I know everyone's been flashing this from the Great Bead Extravaganza, and we thank you guys so much for your patronage and for supporting us for this very, very fun, jam-packed beady goodness weekend. And I'm sort of the I'm heading up the rear today with being the last show on the spot, but tomorrow starts off with Abby from the Bead Place, and then it ends with me again, essentially, and some of the other folks from TGBE. But it's just such a fun time, isn't it, Joan? Like,
Yeah, it is.
everyone's involved doing things, creating, and it's just great. We learned so many new things, I think, having watched the different shows, and good camaraderie. I love this group. Like, I love everyone that I work with. They're all so much fun.
I love seeing you all together, and I can't believe I forgot yesterday was Friday and missed a preview party.
Well, funny that you mentioned that, because it's now on the YouTube channel. So if you hop over to youtube.com, search for @SilverSilk and more, I have it in the live video section of my YouTube channel. And if you don't know about my YouTube, you guys need to go over, subscribe to the channel, and give this video a big thumbs up. All of these things are important for the channel to make it prevalent and stand out amongst the other channels that are out there. And it's important for the health of the channel. So just make sure if you get an opportunity to subscribe and give it a thumbs up. Anything else we need to discuss, Joan, before I flip the camera down and we talk about nonsense?
No. So, did you say something about a giveaway during the show?
Oh, no, but we could do one. Let
No,
me
I misunderstood. So that's why.
we
If
have
you want to, you
now. Let me see if I could set one up real quick. Entertain them for just a second as I figure out.
what should we have the TGBE hashtag be? Should it just be hashtag TGBE?
Yeah, like let's keep it simple, but don't enter
Okay.
it yet, you guys. I gotta actually like
Yeah,
program.
because it's not set up yet, so you won't get counted. There's a lot of fun people in here. You know, the party started early in chat. When I jumped on, I couldn't believe all the people that were already chatting. That was so fun.
Oh, great. Let's see. Include. Is that all right? So hashtag TGBE
Yeah.
in lowercase.
Okay. Oh,
Maybe
and lowercase. Okay.
yeah.
I can't talk.
Talking and instructing is very difficult, let me tell you that. And then whenever you get something that like throws you off your game, it's like, and you've got ADHD, it's too much.
You have
Karen's the first
ADHD?
to respond and enter in, so that's perfect. You guys keep those entries coming in. I'll keep that giveaway going. And I guess like I'm gonna flip my camera around, but I think we're gonna be like this. Is this okay, or do you want your face out? Well, the thing is, if your face is out of it, I can't talk to you.
Um, yeah, you just wait, no, you only have, yeah, you can. Just here, I'll show you.
Oh yeah,
You can
yeah. Wait
still
a
hear
minute.
me.
Yeah, yeah.
There.
There we go. Solo layout. Okay. Yay! Joan is gonna be in the background. My voice is forefront, and now you've got my fingers at your table, at your screen, I guess. Let me show you guys some of the new stuff that I've knitted up just recently. I'm gonna grab them from the side of the table, and I'm gonna show you guys a bunch of stuff. I have been on a burlesque chain kick. So the place where I've put all these different chains is the SilverSilk pop-up shop, which if you go to silversilkonline.com, you'll see a tab on there that says pop-up shop. And on there, that is sort of my playground for uploading all new product, new beads, new SilverSilk chains, new ideas and innovations. And this month, I decided to do a theme called Cozy Cabin. So you're going to see a lot of wood tones, very reminiscent of something that is picturesque, snowy outside. You've got a log cabin with a fire going inside, and that's sort of the mood I wanted to invoke with this. And this first chain I'm showing you is called Ember, and it's actually a burlesque chain. So it's got this rainbow tinsel in it that's orange, that's been knitted over a ball chain. You can kind of see it there. If I start to peel this away from the actual ball chain core, you can kind of see it a little better. See that orange tinsel? And then knitted over both of those things is a copper color, antique copper color wire. So it's funny and how like transformational this stuff becomes, because you might start out with just a pure gold ball chain. You knit some orange over it and it starts to become this warm orange color, almost like fire. And then you knit this metallic chain over it and it sort of darkens and deepens that orange color into something that's just super, super exquisite and very, very glowy. And it's sold as a 3-foot spool. I've also got it in 6 and a 25-foot spool as well. And again, I'm going to flash over. I guess I should keep this up for you guys so you don't forget. 15% off while this weekend is going on. The next one I wanted to show you guys is one that I am very excited about having included in the SilverSilk family, which is the two-tone chain. The lighting does nothing for this. Let me see if I can turn it down a little bit. There we go. It was a little like it was super bright. before, but you can kind of see that glow now a little better. It's got a gold ball chain. Are you oohing and awing back there, Joan? I heard
I
the cat.
am. I forgot the mic was on.
I love it. Well, I mean, that is your reaction to how amazing this is, which it truly is. You could definitely see a better rainbow flash now that like there's not a bright light hitting this. And funny enough, the darker it gets, the more rainbowy glow it has. But it's a gold ball chain that has a silver. Well, let me rephrase
Mm.
that. It's a gold ball chain with a rainbow tinsel that's been knitted over it, and then knitted over both of those things is the silver wire. And I thought I would use this in today's project. I also wanted to pair some new beads with it. I've been obsessed over it does look like opal on screen, Debbie, doesn't it? So fun with that flash in it. Delish. So, I wanted to pair this with it. It's got a cool blue like streak through it. It's that travertine finish, and something about that and the gold just like work wow into the phrase for me. So I thought I would do that, and then I'm gonna. I don't know if I'd work any silver in or not, but so this one is a silver pearlesque chain, and again the lighting does nothing for this, but it's also got a rainbow. Now, if you're talking moonstone, this is probably a better definition of it. I want to use that chain for everything, says Becky. I have no doubt, Becky, that we will hop on a video together and we will make some stuff for it. Just ping me after the show. I think we should. Jennifer says that is my jam with the travertine finish, isn't it though? Like, look at that. It's so different. Like, I wouldn't expect blue to be with the travertine, but something about it just worked for this season. What is the diameter of these chains? Asks Donna. It is a 3 millimeter chain. The chain is the ball chain, which you can kind of see there that's peeking out, is 2 millimeter. And by the time you get all of the knitting on top of it, it becomes about 3 millimeter in diameter. Look at that glow in that, you guys. Like, I spin this one strand around. Wow. And the pictures online are atrocious. I should put some video up there in place of those, but I haven't gotten around to it. So I realize the picture does not show anything of what it looks like in real life. The other ones I wanted to show you are this beautiful teal that I'm calling Juniper. Happens to match my brand color. This one is a leather chain that is sort of a blue metallic leather chain, almost got a little bit of green in it. And then I knitted seafoam colored wire on top of it.
See, that's my color right there.
I'm saying this is my color too, I think. It's extremely versatile, I think, with given the palette and the Pantone color of the year, that mocha mousse mocha. I think I'm getting like I got to see my own presentation for it. I put together the slide deck for the trends, but I can never get that name combination correct. I think it's mocha mousse. I could be wrong. Someone help me. Anyway, I think the browns are gonna work well with this, especially if you get like mocha mousse. Thank you, Margaret. She's got the hookup here, so thank you. Anyway, I think that like, smoky quartz with this is gonna look gorge. So, all right, setting that aside, this one, birch, which is I hear you sighing, oohing, and eyeing.
Now you know what I do when I'm watching without the mic.
Without the volume on, yeah, you're just like, oh man. This has got the brass colored wire over matte white leather cord, and this one was one that I've been wanting to make for a long time, but I just couldn't get the materials as fast as I was able to now. And so I've got a pretty good batch of this. This is perfect for this season. Birch, I missed out on the capture chain, so I bought 24. Oh gosh, Jennifer. Well, that's good. Hopefully you can use it in kits and stuff. Because I know Jennifer's got her own store going for her. as well, and some projects as she is now an influencer. I have all of these in my cart. So gorgeous. Yay! So exciting. My Bead Bliss. What is your first name, My Bead Bliss? I'd love to know all of my customer and friends out here. Anyway, this is also for the question that Donna was asking earlier, around 3 millimeter, maybe 3.2. It's just a hair thicker than my capture chain, but not by a whole lot. Oh, it's Kimberly. It's so good to meet you, Kimberly. My Bead Bliss. So there we are. And then I see Lorena. Hi, Lorena. I was going back to this. Reminds me of the fishnet stockings we wore back in the day, and I love it. Yes. I didn't wear any, but I feel like I'm missing out.
I want to
Never
see you
too late.
fishnet stockings.
I know, it's never too late. All right. So we have this show's ridiculous, you guys. Like, I'm just having a good time with y'all. I've missed you this season. I needed a break for a couple weeks to be out of SilverSilk land, and I'm slowly getting back into it. What was this one called? This one was called Cinnamon. And it is a burnt orange leather chain. Really, it's got like a red underlayer and then this really like orange, dark orange color knitted on top of it. But like when you scooch this all back, right, it looks like this burnt orange color, which is super strange, but super cool. And the leather does have a sheen to it, so maybe that helps like kind of tone down the color. Shira says, "My heart, look at that cinnamon. The cinnamon is absolutely gorgeous. Goes well. I think it goes well with the smoky quartz too. Like many of these colors are going to work with that brown palette, the smoky dark brown colors for this year's color. And then finally, which I'm sold out of, and I apologize, I'm going to show it on camera anyway, is this gorgeous capture chain version of Birch, which has the matte white ball chain. I need to get more of this. I was only able to get like 60 feet of it, and whenever I cut all the stuff up into spools of 3 feet, it doesn't leave very many units of stock online. And so these were completely eaten up by everybody. So I need to get out there and knit more of this. But in the meantime, I guess you've got that leather knitted chain option as well. Those pair, they look different, but they're like just materials wise, they're different. The capture chain has a beautiful and very delicate drape to it, where the knitted wire, the knitted leather cords have a lot of structure and stiffness to it, just so it makes a good frame if you're trying to do some bead weaving or trying to like wire wrap or something around it. So just think about, the different type of projects that you could create just depending on the different type of silver silk that you're using. And speaking of, I guess we should get to our project. So I have this idea and I have no idea how it's going to come together, but it should somehow, right? Um, and Joan, should I keep this coupon code on there or should I just take it off?
I can post it every so often so you have more screen room.
Okay, I thought that might be the case too. Just I feel like it's taking up some screen room. I'll keep the URL for the website on there at least. But yeah, I've got some scrap two-tone for less chain, and then I've got my beads that I'm going to break apart for that beautiful travertine. It's got like a nice blue hint of blue streaks in there too. And I thought it'd be kind of cool to like make a multi-strand bracelet using the slider crimps, the slider clasps that I have. So let me see these guys here. Colleen says, "Hi, Colleen. I don't think I got to say hi to you yet." Giving you a huge hug out there. I just grabbed some of that juniper before it sold out. Yay! Awesome. I could see that color going out very quickly too. It's that color brings me to such a happy place. Maria says, "So happy I placed my order early and was able to get the birch capture chain." Yeah, and in fact, Maria, yours is in the mail as we speak. Should be headed to you in a few days, to your doorstep. I just delivered it personally to the post office today, in fact. So, all right, this is a slider crimp that I have in my website, and it's got the SilverSilk imprint on it, as you can see. The reason why this is important from other types of findings is that all of my findings have a brass core, which you don't see because it's fully plated, but the brass metal makes it very, very strong. And then the second thing is that it has 5 layers of plating on it. So that metal sheen that we've got is pretty much tarnish resistance by the time it gets done with all 5 layers of plating. It comes in 6 different colors, and I'm using silver today. So I'm going to leave that out for a second. I've also got my toggle clasps, which are also SilverSilk branded and plated exactly the same. Love these guys. Whenever I started offering them, I was obsessed with the quality. All right, so we've got these 2 ingredients. What else can I add to the mix here that would really make this spicy? Maybe thinking some fall knitted wire, this beautiful capture chain. It's got a gold ball chain with just the what's it called? The anti-copper color chain over it. I think that's going to add a nice pop to this. I've got some seed beads, but I'm not going to make a huge deal with the seed beads. I might just use them to space them out within the beadwork itself. And oh yeah, I've got these beads still yet. Let's see if I can grab them real quick. Maybe I do something with these. I really like these. These are the gray table cuts in a cross pattern, and that might be kind of fun to also throw into the bracelet. So the thing with seed beads, though, it's kind of like a playground of color options. I could do some gold. I could do a mustard. I could do a white. I wanted to do silver. I don't have it yet in my stash. I've got this beautiful like bronzy color, but I'm kind of thinking like I want to get as close to a sort of lighter silver color. And so maybe the white seed beads are going to be my best option. So I thought I would like string this together and put it on the slider clasp for you guys, just to show you a fun, quick, easy project that you can make. You know what? I've even got some of that birch chain as a scrap that I might throw into this as well. So lots of textures, lots of colors at play here. So let's just dive right in. Knowing that I'm going to put these 2 off to the side there, I'm going to go ahead and figure out the length of my bracelet using some bead wire and those seed beads, and of course my rectangles. So I've got some extreme sterling silver medium-sized soft flex wire that I'm going to be using, and love this stuff. It is right up that silver palette that I need, and soft flex, of course, is always top-notch. Those gray table cuts are so pretty, aren't they, Liz? I think you picked up some too, didn't you? This is what you're in store for. Look at that. Those little patterns and striations and that travertine yumminess. Yes. Nicole says, oh my goodness, that palette. I know, I'm obsessed with this palette. All right, so here's the trick with trying to, well, okay, let me reel that back in just a little bit. What I think I need to do is grab some bead stoppers, and I'm going to start to determine the length of my bracelet first. So before I even get into anything that deals with crimps. Okay, so let me grab a little like, there we go. Little bead stopper. We're just going to do that there at the top. And I'm going to spill out some seed beads into a dish. There we go. And I'm also going to, oh, hi, Jill. Yay, great beads to go with your wonderful SilverSilk. I am so looking forward to seeing you in Tucson here very soon. You know we're going to kick it. I'm staying on some extra days, which means that we can actually get together for a proper beverage. I love Joan's like giggles in the back.
Quit making me laugh.
Well, that's half the fun. Okay. I'm going to start stringing on a series, a pattern of seed bead and this little rectangle in there. And yeah, you guys keep that code coming. That what's it called? The hashtag TGBE for the prize. What are we giving away, Joan? I know we want to give away a prize, but what should we give away? That's what I thought. I'm like, what should we?
I don't know. I meant to ask you, write you
Oh,
yesterday and
you know
ask
what?
you if you were going to do that.
I'm obsessed with the teal chain, that juniper leather chain. So maybe I give away a free spool of that. And then like
Yeah, that's good. Because everybody's drooling over that besides the birch.
oh my gosh, I know. It's just whenever I can make a solid teal, like I feel like my day is complete, or like my entire year. The thing is, I sat on that combination for so long because I didn't know how the wire and the leather cord colors were going to interact with each other. It's always like surprising because some combinations that I tried didn't work. It was like such a good idea in my head. And then whenever I knitted it in real life, the colors were just completely off. And I was like, or like the leather cord doesn't show up and it's mostly just the wire. And I'm like, this doesn't look any different from the other chains that I carry. And so I'm very methodical in like trying to create colors that don't compete with my other chains that I've got. And that teal one is definitely no exception. It's completely different from anything that I have in the store. All right. I have got a length of not even 6 inches yet. So we're going to add another one. And don't forget, guys, a clasp is going to add a little bit to it, probably about a 1/2 inch to almost 3/4 of an inch. So I don't want to go too overboard. Maybe one more. Okay, there we go. Yeah, you know what? The 6.5, I can deal with that. It's pretty good. Okay, I'm going to bead stop that for now, and I'm going to go ahead and determine what...
Do you want another seed bead at the end since you used one at the beginning?
Bless you. Yes, I do. Good call. See, you guys need a Joan in your life to like call out these things.
Poor Colleen got hit the other night. All of a sudden, I just saw something and I wanted to change up her design. I mean, it was a beautiful design. I was trying to make it my own.
Well, you kind of have to know whenever, you can offer some advice versus like, it's a fine line of taking over someone's project. So I'm glad you recognize that.
I think I apologized to her.
I mean, the fact that she's here and talking with us, I think she forgives you. Okay, so let's see. This was a scrap, so I need to cut off the end here. And so here I'm just designing the layout of my bracelet. The slider is approximately 3/4 of an inch in length. And so whatever materials I decide, I want to make sure that I space it out accordingly. What you're going to notice is that there's going to be a gap between where your chain starts and where that rectangle is. So for example, if you kind of look into this space, and I'm going to see if I can hop over to my camera stuff here and show you guys a little bit of a better demonstration of what I mean. I'm going to try and zoom into that area, so give me just a second. As it gets a little fuzzy. Now, whenever I line all these chains and things together, you see that there's like a little gap right there between where the rectangle ends and where my chain begins. We're going to have to compensate for that inside of the slider clasp. I've done this before, and it's a neat little trick, and you will be oohing and eyeing after I get to the construction part of it. But Still not quite finished yet laying out my design. I could even put this on this side and then maybe put these guys like spaced out in between. But that really does go over that amount. So maybe these won't fit into the bracelet, but it will fit in as a charm, perhaps near the clasp. So let's think about that. And then I kind of want this. Ooh, okay, okay. Kind of like that with it. I could put it on this side or maybe space it out to where it's there. Now, if that's a lot of capture chain, you can always switch over to seed beads and do like a beaded strand to kind of help coordinate and put all this together. We might do that, actually. Too bad you're not here in real life, Joan, because I'd probably make you string up a bunch of seed beads for me right about now.
You probably would.
I'm kind of thinking I like this mix. So instead of fussing over too much of, being color correcting with everything, I'm just going to spill them out onto my little table and dish here. And I'm going to cut another strand of SilverSilk. And I'm just going to do a quick little seed bead strand as we talk through this. All right. Oh, if you've been flashing any comments on screen, I'm sorry, Jonah, that I've completely missed them.
I haven't. I've been answering questions.
Oh, right on. Okay, thank you for that. What should we talk about next as I string up 1,000 seed beads here on the spot? Oh, look at that, though. The colors are just like slamming for this.
Are you going to do anything special with your findings? I mean, all your finds in Tucson this year?
Oh, you know what, Joan? This is an excellent question. So, you guys, last year I came up with, I think, 3 themes for Tucson gem boxes that included SilverSilk. So this year, because I enjoy punishing myself so much, I've decided to do up to 6 themes, but they're going to all be limited quantity. And I'm going to launch all this on Monday. So get excited because Tucson gem boxes that include SilverSilk. And by the way, the themes have been decided. So I went ahead and created the SilverSilks that are going to go with it. And they're all custom colors. So I'm very, very excited about it. Is that dark one black? This one? This one is not black. This is the capture chain that has the antique antique brass color with the white ball chain. I hope that's what you're asking. That one is sold out on the website, which I apologize for. I just happen to have a little scrap, and for those of us that did grab it while it was online in my store in stock, we'll have something to use it for now. I think the only thing that's missing from the seed bead mix is a pop of blue, but I don't know, that rainbow seed bead kind of barely gets there. What's the name of that seed bead mix? That's a good question. I have no idea. It's called something that was a Nile stash. No. I have it here. It's called butter. So fun. That was given to me by Danielle. She's been helping me stash up on the seed beads lately. Okay. Here we go. A few more. Joan, how long does it take you to string up seed beads?
I'm a bit different from you. I tend to poke my wire into the seed beads, so it goes a little quicker.
Oh my God, you're just now telling me this?
I don't know. For some reason, when I poke, it picks it up faster, and sometimes I can get 3 or 4 on there. Well, now look, it's not working for you. Curve it a time. Yeah, I guess maybe I put my finger more closer to the end, not real close, but
I think you're using witchcraft.
Well, don't tell my secrets.
For whatever reason, I feel like picking it up with my fingers has always been faster, but what I really should do is do what all the kids are doing these days and using that electric bead spinner.
I don't have the electric one, but I do have a wood one, and
Mm.
I've had it for like 3 years, and I've never gotten it out of the box.
Oh, really?
I mean,
It's like a dedicated thing though, or a committed like it's like using a kitchen utensil, right? Once you take out the blender and you use it to like puree carrots or whatever, like you got to sit there and then clean up the whole thing. And I feel like the bead spinner is kind of the same thing of like you got to make sure that if you're going to make a batch of something, it's going to be a pretty big batch. So that way you get the most out of taking out your bead spinner.
exactly, and most of the times I use seed beads is either with the loom or with bead weaving, and that's only like one bead at a time, or like you have to watch how many you pick up.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Dale is asking, when will you be restocking the capture chain? Um, Offhand, I cannot say it will be very quick. I will try my best to have it soon, but it is one of those things that I'm at the mercy of the vendor for that ball chain, and so whenever they get it is when I will be ordering it, which I realize does not give you a very accurate timeline. But I will say that if you check back into the store frequently, and then also sign up for either the text messages, which Joan, I think you kind of put up at some point. If you're not, she's going to do it now, but you could sign up for my text message notifications as well as my email list for those details. I tend to Honestly, I tend to not be great about, like, giving out the emails just because I don't know, it's another thing to add on the list, but I'm trying to be better about it and inform you guys as soon as I can. Um, and so that when the email goes out, that's when all that information and the products and stuff are linked into it, and so everything will sort of go in. I will say I talk to my text group the most, and Joan and I both do. It's just the easiest way to communicate with you guys that's on the fly.
But we don't do it abundantly either, because some people worry about that.
Oh, yeah, yeah, no, we definitely respect your, time and everything, and it's short, quick messages, but really we're just here to inform you when the tutorials are happening, as well as, any sales and stuff that happen to go on. I need to send out a text to the Silkies to give them, like, a heads up of the extra giveaway for today, but I don't know. I'm thinking that maybe I should just extend that to tomorrow and send out an email saying, "Hey, if you guys want to order today as well, you can do that, and still get a free gift out of it." Let's see. Emily is saying, "I love my wooden bead spinner. Bought it. I bought extra tray so I wouldn't have to dump out one color before using another." That is smart, Emily. That is very smart. Okay, so let's try and wrap this thing up as we're sort of getting to the tail end of our project here. What I'm going to do is grab some soft flex crimps. I got a whole bunch of them here in different colors. I love their crimps. They're seamless. They've got a thick wall and they are tarnish resistant. And I just absolutely feel like they pair well together with the soft flex beading wire. So I'm going to grab a bunch of those and I'm going to make a crimp at the end here. What I do is I overstuff the crimp. I try and do it twice at least to get it in there. And I'm gonna also use my magical crimpers, which I know some people are scared about. Sometimes I am too, but for the most part, I've gotten used to it. It's got a single divot, so I'm just gonna stick it in there, and then I'm just gonna press it down so that it creates a sort of like pillow shape. And then once I've done that, you turn it on its side like you would normal crimpers, and then you just kind of go all the way around. Unlike normal crimpers, I guess. But that single divot turns it into a bead, which is perfect to slide into my slider. So many of you can guess where I'm going with this. I'm going to go ahead and chop off that top loop. So this is what we're looking for. Okay. And I've got a bit of a wide setting on this, so I'm just going to grab a pair of chain nose pliers, and I'm going to kind of gently squish this together. Even better, though, I'm going to grab my wide nose pliers. It's been dipped in a product called Tool Magic, and that'll help to prevent any not tarnish, any scratching that might incur from pressing this together. So you can see I just tightened up that seam a little bit. That slit's a little smaller. And so now whenever I kind of drop these things in, it'll have its space so that I won't fall out. Okay, so what I do is, oh, I might have closed that end just a little too much. So here's what I'm going to do. To the one end, I'm going to just open this up, but I'm going to leave the rest of it to where it's nice and small, as you can see whenever I slide that in. What I do is I take my ball chain and I kind of pinch that wire into that last bead of the ball chain. So you can see that I've squished it, right? And then what you do is you take your slider and then you just sort of slide it right through. Like that. And so it's nice and secure. That wire should be going into the slider crimp with ease and tidiness. And that's what we're looking for. Alrighty, so basically now it's just rinse and repeat, right? We're gonna take our seed bead strand, unclasp that bead stopper, stick in the crimp. I'm gonna, let's see. And I should have cut myself with more wire, but I really scrimped on that. So I'm gonna use my pliers to help me out here. All right, get that right in there. Get in with your pliers, give it a good squishy squish. Joan, I only use technical terms here.
I think that's an occurrence among all jewelry artists.
There we go. So I've got now another little crimped bead of the ball that resembles the ball chain, if you will. And I want to make sure that I kind of scooch all this stuff down toward the clasp. All right, so at this point, here is where we need to talk about what we do when we hit our rectangle. Because if I scooch this down, it's just going to gather very tightly toward that seed bead strand. And I need to create enough space, enough pocket to where that's going to lay very, very smooth and symmetrical. So what I do here is I just grab a seed bead, maybe even two, and I'm just going to drop that. I'm going to drop that into the slider crimp. I might need two. We're going to try two. And then when I slide this down, I should have just enough space. Yep. To where it's going to lay nice and parallel with everything. So that's my secret for that. Okay, now we continue on with our other chains. Oh, you know what? I need to drop in a couple more seed beads after. One. Maybe even just one. Maybe two might be too much. If it's going to really stack up too much. We'll try one. Here we go. Okay, I've got the one in there. And that might be just what I need. We'll do one on top, and then we'll add in our SilverSilk. Okay, those seed beads again will prevent, just trying to make sure that my wire goes through there. That seed bead will prevent my, not prevent, I guess. It'll help lay all of my things down. I can't talk while beading sometimes, you guys. Just doing the best I can. Look at that palette. Ooh, Lord. That's looking real good.
That is beautiful.
Oh, I love that. Okay, so we're going to end with this fall colored captor chain. Kind of even goes with that seed bead strand, but you know me, I'm just kind of oohing and awing with the colors here today. But so fun. Stephanie says, cool tip. Yeah, I think that tip's going to be super handy for creating. I'm just going to go ahead and pinch in this seam a little bit with my pliers before I kind of press all this together. There we go. All right. So the way to do this is I kind of just keep all this in my thumb. I'm going to grab my chain nose pliers and just kind of start to bend that down at a 45-degree angle, perhaps even less. And then I'm going to use my table or something hard to press the rest of it down. Okay, and I will even go back in with a hammer and I will gently tap that top. Unfortunately, I don't have a hammer on me, so I'm going to try and just use my table. But once everything is sort of pressed inside, it's going to just lay nice and very, very tidy with this whole thing. But I am smitten, you guys. Like, this is a cute little bracelet. All right, so basically now it's rinse and repeat for the other side. So
I love your terminology, rinse and repeat.
we're rinsing and repeating the same technique on the other side. That's right. Okay, so I'm going to try and line everything up to the best of my ability. Chop it off. And looks like I need to get rid of a seed bead on this. So I'll take that out. And all right, so I need to make a couple of quick little crimps. I've got one at my table. Let me go and get another one out. And I know we're out of like the fall thing, but I think this kind of fits into this color of the year trend business. Just with and especially if you start to add in like little extra beads or tidbits at the end to embellish it, like it could really turn out to be something cool. Very mocha mousse. Okay, what was I doing? I needed a crimp. I don't know how I did it last time, Joan, with having like, how many demos did I show?
4 or 5, I thought. One time you did 4 or 5 of them. I can't remember which one it was.
I must have slept some extra hours to be able to pull that off, because I'm like, I finished one project today and I've never been happier.
I was worn out watching you.
I know, it's a lot. It's a lot to take on. Okay, well, note to self for future projects is to cut more extra beading wire. Could really use some. There we are. All right, so with this, you don't want to go too tight. You want to go to a place to where you have about 1 millimeter of extra space left, just to be able to comfortably flex this around. Because anytime that you're crimping with beading wire, it's always important to leave a little bit of breathing room. That way you can definitely have enough flex in it to accommodate around your wrist or neck or wherever you're wearing it. Perhaps it's a belt. We don't know. Could be all the things. Do you have a beaded belt that you ever wore, Joan? Or a chain one?
Are you kidding? As klutzy, now chain, yeah, but as klutzy as I am, I'd break the beaded belt and they'd go everywhere.
Well, I guess you're just shimming too much then.
We're getting too close to things and getting snagged.
Okay, I'm just going to fix that seam on there so that it's a little closer. Such, you want a little bit of a bigger opening so that it's easier to slide in. And then all you do is you just make sure that everything is logo side up. So like stamp side up. Let's see. I was commissioned to design a piece for Elle magazine incorporated SilverSilk with my design. Oh, that's so exciting! Can we actually say that we're going to be an Elle magazine now? I made a sterling silver bezeled carved bronzite pendant. Wow, with turquoise beads and SilverSilk hefter chain. Okay, you must post that in the SilverSilk Silkies group, or send me the picture. Orders at silversilkonline.com. I would love to see that. That sounds so epic. How often do we get into magazines anymore, Joan? Like, I certainly don't have that opportunity.
Last time I remember was you did 2 or 3 years ago.
Did I? No,
Or
it couldn't have
May
been.
is longer than that.
Yeah, magazines have since non-existed for the bead world anymore, I feel like. The last magazine I was in was for a stringing one, I think. And I don't know.
You
No,
made a rainbow.
yes. Yeah, it was that rainbow capture chain project.
Oh, I
Or
thought it was a.
no, no,
I
no.
don't know. I
Well,
thought that it was a pendant, wasn't that look like a
yeah.
rainbow
No, it
or
was
something like
like a
that, or
literal,
earrings or something?
yeah, it was like a literal, like it was a literal rainbow and not like stripes on a bracelet or anything. It was like it was like clouds hanging below a rainbow pendant.
Yeah,
It was cute. It was very cute.
you did a tutorial on it
Did I?
or similar to it.
Yeah. I'm sure it's in the archives of my SilverSilk channel.
Yes, on the YouTube channel. The
Awesome.
Beadwork magazine. Yes,
Beadwork. Okay. Oh,
I
Deb,
have the magazine here. I don't. Huh?
Deb knows my catalog of work, which is someone needs to sort this out for me. All right, so here we're at that point again where I need to slip in a little seed bead before my crimp, and then another seed bead so that I have just enough space to accommodate everything. And then I might have made that crimp a little too loose because my wires are kind of sticking out there, but I'll probably end up fixing that after the show. I wanted to mostly just try and get as much of this finished for you guys as possible. And then we'll just put in our last one. You see I have a little gap there that I'm not happy with? That was by accident, though. What
Anyway,
happens when I
I
talk?
don't know if I missed it, but somebody's asking what's the name of the clasp that you're using, and all I can remember is the toggle clasp that you're going to use. Is there something else?
Oh, these are the slider crimps. I'm hoping that that's what they're talking about. All right, you're talking about these here?
Um, and then you showed, I guess, a toggle clasp at the beginning too.
Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah. Toggle clasp is correct.
I wasn't sure if that's what, if you showed something else in the meantime, because people were commenting on your clasp and I didn't know what they're talking about.
Oh, let me bring it up here in a second. Go back and adjust a few things, you guys. Like that's looking a little loose, but maybe it's different if I. Okay, well, it does fit around the wrist pretty well, so maybe I don't need to fix anything. Okay, I love that. That's like super, super cute. Yeah, so speaking of clasp, we're at that part now where I can put on the clasp. So here we have the toggle. And I need some jump rings as I was thinking about that while I was showing you guys. So let me grab some jump rings. And I'm going to show you a little trick that you can do to accommodate any size jump rings with my slider crimps. You're going to need a beading awl, and you're going to need some chain nose pliers. So with your beading awl, you're going to grab your slide crimp, and you're going to just expand the size of that loop by a little bit. The reason for that is that my jump rings are kind of thick, and what you need is some extra room there to get it through. So once you've expanded that size just by a little bit, you can open up your jump ring. And you can string it on with ease and stick in your toggle half. Let's see, I'm going to need another pair of chain nose, or in this case, magical crimpers. I love the magical crimpers because they've got this flat size at the top. And so it works nice as a secondary plier. Oh, Roberta is asking, I know you're answering this, Joan, already, but I'm just going to go ahead and put it up here so I have something to respond to what is the store email address I placed an order and Apple Pay uses my old address. You can hit up orders@silversilkonline.com and we'll try and get that resolved. I will say that, for shipping purposes, you'll definitely want to email me, orders@silversilkonline.com. But don't worry, we got you. We will look out for that. All right, same thing on this side. And guys, the amount of orders that pour in during this time is quite a lot. And so just be patient with the shipping. I am a one-person company and I work a full-time job as well. But trust me when I say the efficiency behind the scenes is pretty good. And so we'll try and get your order out as quickly as possible. It is just that I am severely understaffed aside from Joan and maybe one or two other people. But sadly,
But none of them local.
Factory. I've tried to get Joan to move up here, but she insists on being with her husband, so I don't know what to say.
And he doesn't want him there.
Not the response that I thought it was going to be, but that's hilarious. Oh, so funny. Well, he's not as adventurous with the restaurants as I am, I will say that.
No, very basic eater.
Yeah, we need someone that's going to be like full on, like, let's go try something new and exciting.
Or let's go get crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know. But if he does not want to come to the clubs with us, that's like he can stay behind, you know?
I guess that one room above the garage will be a little too tight then.
It is true. It is true. But no, I could work some wonders up, and I'm gonna put 2 jump ropes on this because I need some room to like flex that clasp. But otherwise, like, look at that. And then I can add some baubles and stuff to this one end to get it. And Robin says we need Joan here in Tennessee. Robin, always got to ruin my fun, you know, with you guys trying to keep Joan. Well, I don't know if I can ever get you to Oklahoma anyways, but I feel like
I need a road trip buddy.
Do what?
I need a road trip buddy.
There you go. We should do a road trip.
Yeah.
Road trip would be fun. Okay, what was it? I was looking for some head pins that I can grab. And I'm kind of thinking that I really badly wanted to do a show. Okay, so you guys help me. Do I add this as part of the design? Or is it too different? And do I just put in some of these?
I like the different.
The different? Let's see what some other folks are saying. Not that I don't trust your opinion, Joe. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying I think this needs to be a crowd participation. You're trying to take over my design like you did Colleen's. So I'm just kidding. Oh, everyone's saying different. So when you're right, you're right. All right, let's do it. We want different. We're going to do different.
Janelda says I can have a summer home and a winter home.
Ooh.
But that means I'd be in the muddy winter of Oklahoma.
My gosh, you're right. Even I don't want to do that. We had our 6 inches of snow and I got to play in it for a hot second. But after that, it's just, we're back to sort of like, I don't know, weird humidity, but cold weather kind of a feel.
I wouldn't be surprised if our snow's gone by tomorrow too, because the sun's shining so bright. Was shining so bright today.
Yep. Same for us. All right, I think I'm going to attempt a quick little wire wrap loop. And I am overtime, but I'm also ending this entire program for today for TGBE.
The drawing.
And we got to do the drawing. So you guys have one last chance to get in #TGBE, and I will draw a winner. And what I need is I need some choppers, but I don't, oh, there they are. Craft cutters. Right. And yeah, I'm just gonna add this into my little like toggle, and they're basically toggle buddies. That's my official term for this now. It's not a charm, it's a toggle buddy. Okay. Here we go. Boom. Look at that beauty.
Ooh. Put it on your arm so we can see what it looks like on the arm.
Oh my gosh, you're asking me to clasp this for myself. This is when I need a human assistant. Wait, maybe can I do this? This will give you some extra time to put in #TGBE while I mess around with this. What I need is a paper clip.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Oh, it was Jennifer.
Here,
Jennifer
just hold it with your hand and just show us the top of it.
No, I'm committed. I'm committed.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna commit to it. Look at that.
I like that. I mean, not that it wasn't pretty on the table, but it's prettier on your arm.
Thank you. I agree. But no, yeah, it's got a lot going for it, and I'm so digging the colors. So, all right. Well, okay. Couple things. I'm gonna put my arm down for a second and keep it up so you guys can see it. And I'm also going to flash on that coupon code one more time. Again, any order 75 or more gets a free capture chain spool. And I believe we can do our giveaway. So we have over 200, almost 250. Can we have 200? We need 3 more people to enter, and we have 250 people to choose from.
My friend Robin just entered.
Yay! Okay. Well, I'm gonna spin the wheel. Here we go. So draw. Is it coming? It's not coming up. Dang it! I don't know how to screen share. I got to screen share. We'll do 2 giveaways.
Okay, we've got over 350 now.
Oh, perfect. Wait, maybe I can do this. Julie Peterson is the first winner, which I'm probably going to see her in Tucson, so I can give her that personally. But I wanted a screen share so that I can.
Yes, I can take a screenshot of it.
There we go. Yeah. Like you need to be my voice of reason.
Oh, you get that thing off of there.
I will. Hang on. There we go. Okay. All right. So I think we can draw again. So Julie Peterson, message me if you don't want me to mail it. I can give it to you in person. And then who's gonna be the winner? We need a little song with this.
Don't expect me to sing. Everybody jump off real fast.
Terry from Facebook, if you're here, message us. Let Joan have your. Well, Joan, if you can give her my email address, then they can check that.
Terry.
You can email me. Okay. And I'm gonna flip it back to my face while you guys are doing that. Here we go.
That's SilverSilk Online for your email, right?
Yeah, orders at silversilkonline.com. Congrats, Terry. That is and Julie. Both of you, if you wouldn't mind messaging me and finding me somehow, that's super exciting. I'm so glad that you guys can join in for the party. And I am going to remove this. You took a screenshot of this, right?
Yeah, I got screenshot both their names. Yeah.
You guys, Joan is my voice of reason. Like there is no one who can keep this head on these shoulders other than Joan, and to wrangle this cat.
I'm sure some people are scared at that thought, thinking, "Oh my gosh, how's he keep it together?"
I cannot keep it together half the time unless I've got my little motley crew of silkies.
We're a fun bunch.
they are. Well, you included, and then of course the SilverSilk Silkies, Danielle, Teresa, the whole bunch, everybody.
Yeah.
So, well, this has been. Do you, any final like thoughts and musings, Joan, as we come to a close for today? She's
We
really
need more inspiration. Please post your designs on the SilverSilk Silkies page.
no. That's a good one.
Yeah. I mean, we got a lot of inspiration over there. Come over and get inspired too, but I
Maybe
want to see
remind
more.
we've got a lot of new viewers at the moment. Let's remind them of the SilverSilk Silkies group and the contest for this month.
Okay, let me see. Oh, the SilverSilk Silkies group. Yeah, the Facebook group. We are doing, coming up, trying to keep everybody active. And the theme for this month is Winter Wonderland. You interpret it the way you want to. Post a design.
It deserves this. It deserves Winter Wonderland.
For every picture you post with that design and use hashtag #SSWinter on it, you'll be entered in for a drawing there'll be 2 winners for SilverSilk goodies bag and maybe another surprise in there.
Ooh, yeah. Projects that Joan finished up for me. You guys can
Well, there might even be some that you did the whole thing too.
Quite possibly. That is true.
Yeah.
That's true. All right. Well, my final thing is you guys will want to tune in tomorrow. I believe Candy might be hitting it off with another welcome message before Abs gets on. But starting at 10:30 Central Time, because that's the only time zone that I know in the world, you can join Abby at the Bead Place, followed by Heather, then Cynthia, then Kay from Beadoria, Christy Friesen, who normally ties everything up, but we have got the fabulous TGBE trend report, which you do not want to miss. Take a screenshot of this calendar, put it onto your desktop as your wallpaper for this weekend. This is an incredible opportunity to learn so much, to shop a bunch on a dime, because the amount of sales and free giveaways that's happening this weekend is bananas. And that's, I believe, all I've got. So, but Patricia, hopefully we haven't scared you away. She's still here, so maybe that's a good sign.
These are earrings I confiscated from Nilay.
Oh yeah, from the workshop. Good times.
I didn't even make mine. I just stole his.
These were no. Well, at least I finished them. Like,
yeah.
Give me some credit here. All right, you guys, we're hopping off. Big shout out to the TGBE group for the first day. It's been an incredible day of tutorials. Go back and watch them over on the Great Bead Extravaganza, either Facebook page, where you can watch the replays, or the YouTube channel that is also from the Great Bead Extravaganza. A really great source to replay all of the videos from today. So with that, bananas. Happy. she's already gonna hype us up for tomorrow, I think. I guess I've got nothing else to say other than I guess we'll see you guys tomorrow for more shenanigans and the trend report and all the other fabulous TGBE presenters. So carry on this evening, support all the shops, and finish up those projects. And I guess we'll see you tomorrow.
And you did say other TGBE presenters will be with you for the final show,
I'll have
right?
a panel of TGBE folks and resident experts, which is really just us. All right, guys. It's been fun. We'll catch you again soon. Bye.
Bye.